guys. I just wanted to bring up a subject that maybe some of you can relate to or give me some hints. Maybe somebody will run into this video, that's having these issues, that was Floxed, and maybe they can get, some information from maybe some posts you guys can set up, or maybe has the same issue and can relate to what's going on. As you know, 99.9% of doctors that you visit when you're Floxed, either think you're making it up, or there's some sort of doctor code they go by where they, say, hey, everything's okay. We done a lot of tests. Maybe they're not doing the right tests. I know I've been through a lot of testing. Had some of that Goliad dye put in me twice, and now I hear it's really bad stuff, and they want to do it a third time. But I'm plagued with a very bad issue right now. Um, Today I've had one of the worst headaches I've ever had. I get a lot of muscle spasms, a lot of pain in my left arm. Uh, but the headache was intense, and I never used to have headaches before. I don't think I ever had headaches before I got Floxed. I never knew what it was like to have intense headaches. But the issue at hand is I've seen probably 50, 60 doctors since then, a lot of tests, a lot of stuff. And, my doctor now is like, well, you might have MS or something. We got to do these tests or those tests, but we haven't found nothing yet. And, I have most of the people that I've talked to that were Floxed, and maybe I just didn't talk to a lot of people, but a lot of people that I talked, they're not really working, or they do part-time. Well, I'm trying to handle a full-time job, but I'm always in pain. And one of the things I've got is some paperwork where I can take off if I'm in really bad shape or something like that. But now it's like, since he can't find nothing, he doesn't know if he wants to continue to grant that. So my thing is how does someone in our situation survive? You need to keep a full-time job so that you can support yourself, but sometimes you can't function, or you're in extreme pain, and the one thing that you have to help you might be taken away. I mean, what would you do in that situation? Yeah, I'd like to find out. What do you guys think you can do in that situation? I mean, I've tried looking into disability, and they say, hey, you don't have to be working. If I don't work, then I'll be in the street. And even at that, with disability would pay you, I don't even know if you could survive on that. I know people that are on SSI, I've seen, that are in the street and can't even survive on that. So, I mean, at least if I could get that, I might consider it. But I don't know. I mean, there's got to be a special clinic or a special diagnosis that has to come out of this for us. I mean, who knows? Maybe in the future there may be something where, after decades of us suffering, somebody finally sues these people, and they start doing like a roundup thing where they'll put ads if you've been affected, and you can get some compensation. But we need it now. I mean, things only get worse. I know I've seen some people get better, but I haven't seen it. I've just seen it in blogs. But I can't tell you that sometimes I feel like, oh, this was just a dream, and an hour later I'll be in some bad pain. So life is just a puzzle now. You gotta piece things together and find ways to make things fit that don't fit. Find ways to get around other issues. I've always felt like this Cipro stuff's like black magic or something, or some sort of a curse. It's like some days, like today, I went to a doctor, I felt fine. As soon as I left, as soon as I got home, I was in pain. But while I was there, I wasn't in pain. Maybe a little bit in my legs, but makes you feel like, this is being done on purpose to you. So yeah, I mean, I'd like y'all's opinion on what, what would you do or what have you done in this situation? I mean, if you're not working after you got floxed, or were you working before you got floxed and you had to quit, or you had to do this or that, I'm looking for suggestions because I'm at a loss. That's why I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to get the word out there so that maybe if enough people do it, we can get a diagnosis where you don't gotta have a test that's meant for something else come out negative. Maybe they'll make a test for us, something, to prove that we were floxed, and maybe have a special doctor kind of, you know, study this, and I guess make diagnosis for us, and maybe some help from the government, some agencies or something. So please hit the like button, subscribe, give me some feedback. I need your help, and make your own videos, and just do whatever you can to get it out there. Like I said, I'm gonna probably make some shirts, and I know I wrote to the Ellen show the last time to see if maybe they could help with this, but I haven't heard anything back. Like I said, I'm gonna make another letter, and I've always liked her show, and I know I see a lot of people that go on there that have had a lot of issues, and she helps them or she gets the word out there. So I'd figure, hey, there's thousands of people out there suffering, and doesn't nobody recognize it. So please leave some comments, leave me some suggestions of what I can do, and subscribe and hit that like button, and show me your videos too. I will talk to you guys later.